Hi everyone, welcome back to the Gypsy Caravan. I'm Shan. How you doing? Today I'm going to show you how I clean my makeup brushes. So let's get into it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to this video. So I had quite a large wedding that I did this past weekend, so all my brushes are dirty. So let's get them all cleaned up together. So the first thing you'll need is obviously a towel to lay all your brushes down. And then a sink with water that works, obviously. So this is my brush belt. As you can see here, these are all the dirty brushes that I used this weekend. Obviously didn't use everything because I do still have some clean brushes left. So normally what I do is first is I'm just going to take out all the clean brushes because I do not need them. And then mind you, while we are on the subject of my brush belts, this one is from Inglot. It was gifted to me. It's the best brush belt I've ever used. It's soft. It's a canvas type of brush belt. It has an adjustable strap with this little clippy thing so that you can either clip it around your body or around your shoulders. A brush belt is supposed to be divided into two, essentially just to prevent cross-contamination. So all your dirty brushes go on one side and your clean brushes are on the other side. I'm just going to pop this in the washing machine to get it all nice and clean because it is dirty. So with the dirty brushes, I normally divide them up into two categories. It is my face brushes and then of course my eye brushes, just because I wash them in two separate ways. And I prefer to wash my brushes singularly. So I use just a normal shampoo. You can use whatever you feel is best. If you have a brush cleaner, use a brush cleaner. If you have shampoo, use a shampoo. It really doesn't matter. And then I have a brush egg, which was also gifted to me a while back. I can't remember who bought it for me, but it's the best thing ever. It's a silicone like squishy egg that you can just stick onto your fingers and then run the brushes along it to clean them out. Like I said, you can use whatever you want to clean your brushes. It's not a train smash. Just use what you have at home, or if you're really pedantic, then you can go out and buy a specific brush cleaner. It honestly just does not matter for me. So normally what you'd want to do is you want to make sure the temperature of your water is lukewarm so that you don't damage the bristles of your brush. I don't think it really matters, but that's just what I prefer. And then the first thing I do is I just get the bristles wet, just the bristles. You don't want to get the ferrule wet, which is the metal part of the handle of your brush, because it's going to damage your brush and you're going to lose the bristles a lot quicker than intended. Wow. So make sure just to get the bristles wet. And then in my hand, I'm just going to pump out a small amount of shampoo. I like to use my hand to clean my face brushes. It's just so much easier than using the egg because the egg is quite small. I stick the brush in the shampoo and just go to town. I work it in circular motions, up and down. I run it along the ridges of my fingers because I feel like that separates the bristles nicely and extracts any product that may be stuck in the bristles. I will also run my fingers in, as you see here, just to really soap up the shampoo in the bristles and get it super clean. I'm going to do this with all of my brushes today. Like I said, it's just easier to do my face brushes one at a time along my hand rather than doing it along the brush egg. The brush egg I specifically keep aside for like my eye brushes. But just to show you, if you would prefer to use a cleaning glove or cleaning egg like I have, I will show you how to use that for your face brushes. So just sticking the egg on my fingers, I'm going to do a pump of shampoo directly onto the egg, and then I'm just going to grab a brush, stick it in, and also just go to town. I run it up and down along the first kind of texture of the egg and then into the second one to really loosen up the bristles and just dislodge any makeup or product that is within the deeper part of the bristles, so the bristles that are closest to the ferrule. I am sort of kind of rough with my brushes just because I do like a large splay on my brushes, so that when they dry out, they spread out a little bit more. I feel like that just helps with blending out product better. but I would still recommend that you be fairly gentle with them so that you don't damage the bristles or damage your brush. Your brushes are supposed to last you fairly long, so just be mindful about that. So right now I'm just showing you how I clean my face brushes and just going through the motions of shampooing and cleaning my brushes, I guess. I normally like to shampoo all my brushes first and then rinse them out at the end. Again, with your lukewarm water, point your brush down. You don't want to get any water in your ferrule. Again, that will just damage the bristles of your brush. And then I like to squeeze the bristles between my fingers to squeeze out not only the water but any shampoo that's left in the deeper part of the brush. So I just do this super gently, BT dub super gently. Just wring out the brush, and if you see any foam coming up, it means you didn't rinse the brush correctly, which means you need to go in and rinse it out again like I did here. I didn't get rid of any of or enough of the soap. And just run your fingers through the bristles gently, wring out the water, wring out any soap that may still be left in the bristles. This also helps to reshape the brush so that when you lay it down to dry, it maintains the shape of the brush so that you don't lose the shape of the brush. Duh. I feel like that was pretty self-explanatory, but I had to go into such great detail to explain that. So just rinsing out all my brushes, I'm then going to lay them horizontally. The best way to let your brushes dry is horizontally or upside down. If you stand them up, the water trickles down into the ferrule, again resulting in a damaged brush. You want to leave this in a cool, dry place to dry out. You don't want to use any artificial heat like a hairdryer on them. It's just going to damage your brushes, so leave them overnight to just dry out. You can leave them in your windowsill with so that the sun can dry them out. I don't know if that's super damaging. I do that often sometimes, but just keep an eye out on your brushes. So I do the same thing with my eye brushes. I divide them into categories of blending brushes, lid brushes, detail brushes, and eyeliners. I normally do the bigger, fluffier brushes together in a group, as you can see here. It's just so much easier. And then with the more denser detail work brushes, I like to do them individually because they just need a little more attention than the fluffier brushes, because they tend to pick up and maintain more product deep in their bristles as opposed to like the fluffier brushes. So again, I'm just following the same, pretty much the same procedure of dampening all my brushes first, laying them out in their categories so I know what group to pick up for when I need to clean them. And then, like I said, I specifically used my brush egg to clean my eye brushes just because I feel like the texture of the egg helps to really just dislodge any product that's stuck in the brushes. So again, I'm just going to work the brushes into the shampoo using circular motions, running them up and down the egg, loosening up everything along both textures of the egg, just getting it nice and clean. Sometimes doing big groups like this can be not as beneficial as doing them one at a time, because sometimes you'll find one brush comes out a little cleaner than the other. I normally just run that brush separately on its own at the end just to clean it. Also, just because I'm super lazy, I don't like doing my eye brushes one at a time. It takes far too long and I don't have the time. So then I'm just going to rinse them out. I'll rinse them out one at a time and reshape them as well as I did with my face brushes, just to make sure that they don't have any soap left in them and that they maintain their shape for when they are ready to be put down to be dried. I'm going to do this with all my brushes again as usual. Soap them up, rinse them out. Also clean the egg in between each set, just so I don't have like dirty shampoo going onto a brush. I don't know, in my mind it feels like I can't use a dirty shampoo for the next category. I have to use a clean dollop of shampoo each and every single time. That's just my mind. So as you can see here with the more dense detail brushes, I only really clean them at the top because I feel like the little dots at the top really break down the bristles and the product in the denser bristles, so I only use the top half of the egg for these types of brushes. I feel like that part of the egg cleans the brushes better. Also lay these brushes down horizontally when you are done so they can dry correctly. Once my brushes are on their way to being dried out, I will go over them with makeup alcohol or a sanitizer, just to sanitize the handles but also sanitize the bristles, so that the next time I personally use them or use them on a client, I know that they are sanitized and clean. I'm going to have no issues with bacteria or cross-contamination or anything like that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Have a great one. Bye!